Hello, scholars. You're welcome back to class. Alright, straight to the topic of today. Today would be looking at the topic, the definition of prose and the features of prose. Prose is a genre of literature that is different from other genre of literature that we know, such as poetry and drama. Prose deals with storytelling in the form of a novel. It can be described as a narrative work of art that uses everyday human language. You might be wondering, how is prose different from drama or poetry? Prose is different from poetry in the sense that it is not written in lines and stanzas. Prose is written in paragraphs and chapters, unlike drama, which is also written in acts and scenes. Also, prose uses everyday language. It does not employ rhyme, rhythm, like poetry. Neither does it involve actions like drama. So it's a straightforward writing, narrative writing that describes events and give detailed analysis of events. The writer of a novel is called a novelist or an author. Now we'll be looking at the features or elements of prose. These features are what makes prose different from other genres of literature. The first here is plot. Plot is the storyline of a literature text. This can be described as a sequential arrangement of events in a literary work. This has to do with how a story moves from the beginning through the middle to the end. The second is theme. Theme is the central message or idea in the work of art, and this idea or message is what the writer or the author intends to convey to the readers. Thirdly, we're looking at characterization. Characterization has to do with highlighting and explaining the character in a story. This has to do with what's describing the different qualities, attributes, and features of each character. For example, if somebody is to act as a father, do with what are the attributes of a father, the quality of a father, how a father acts, how a father talks. So all of these attributes, these qualities, are what we call characterization. The qualities that a character should possess, a specific character should possess. Why a character is an individual involved in a work of art, such as drama or prose. Another feature is setting. Setting can be described as the physical or geographical location where an event takes place. It can also be described as the era or the time in which a particular event takes place. For example, we can have a setting of the 90s, the 21st centuries. We can have some literature text written in the olden days or in the ancient times. Finally, looking at narrative point of view. Narrative point of view has to do with the position of the author or the narrator in the description of events, and there are different points of view. We have the first person point of view, the omniscient point of view. In the first person point of view, here the narrator tells the story himself, that is the writer, the author tells the story himself, and here we find the use of personal pronouns, first person pronouns such as I, we, us. So we read and we see the story through the eyes of the author. Whatever the author tells us is what we believe, because the author is directly involved in the story. The omniscient point of view, the author is said to know everything about everyone in the story. The author knows and sees everything that happens in the story. The narrator uses third person pronouns such as he, she, they, them. Here, the author is not involved directly in the story. The author tells us what happens, as the narrator or the author knows everything about everyone in the story. The omniscient point of view can also be known as third person point of view. So all these are features of prose, which can also be referred to as elements, those things that makes prose stand out from other genres of literature. Thanks for listening. See you in class. Bye.